morning. Good morning, good morning. Time to fix the multiplayer stuff today. Just gonna get all the chats up. Usually takes like 2 minutes. Right, I'm a bit faster today. It's 1:30. And it's all up and running. Damn, new personal record. All right. So yeah, where were we? I wish that Godot could like remember where I put the screens, so I don't have to do this every time. But yeah, if I press host game, we host a game, and then when I press join game, another character comes and they both try to walk to the same location and do the same thing. Except for now I press the other player and I highlight select does not exist on that player. Makes sense. All right. Where were we? So I have feel I'm getting more and more dependent on these AIs to guide me here. But I am like quite deep now in stuff I don't know about. So I guess that's normal. I'll just give it what I have. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, so I didn't fully complete your instructions, but let me increase the size of everything so it's easier to watch. At least this part. Fully complete your instructions, but this is what I have right now. Network manager. Main menu. I think that's all I added. Wait. Let's make some special characters here so he understands. I just gendered the chatbot. What do I need to do now? When I join, I only see stuff on the main client, not the second one, but a new player is created that the first client controls as well. And while that is working, let's try to figure it out ourselves. So on peer connected, we do spawn a new character. And it gets an ID, peer ID. So yeah, is it still running here? Yeah, it is. It was. So remote, main game. Okay, so that's the peer ID. Okay, this will likely use multiplayer spawner. I think we need to update the player or something so we can set the owner. By the way, do I use this goblin thing in this code? No, I don't anymore. This was hard-coded before. This can be removed now. When a new client joins, the game state that already exists on the host, like the host player character, other already connected players, is not being communicated and replicated to this new client. True. I just see a new player. The new client loads the game scene, but it's an empty version from its perspective. Only getting updates for things that happen after it has joined. True. The player character. Hello, Sam. How are you? Happy Thursday. New player is created that the first client controls as well. Classic multiplayer authority problem. The player character instances are not correctly having their network authority assigned using set multiplayer authority, or your player script is not properly checking if not is multiplayer authority return at the beginning of its input processing logic. Ah. Ensure this is the same scene as your main menu. Yeah, it is. No, it's not main menu. But I'm not even using game scene path now. Doing great. That's good to hear. Oh, your main game level. That doesn't even exist. Scenes. Games. Main game. Let's see. We still have the authority problem. Post game. Join game. Wait. To attempt to call add function on a null instance. Now this stopped working. Instantiate characters player body. Why did that not work? What? Doing good, man. Doing good. Host. Join. That stopped working after... What? Ensure this matches main menu. Yeah, it does. Okay, fix main menu. IP address, line edit, and button disabling. I don't care about that. That doesn't seem to be an issue. Yeah, when did I start making this? This was like 1.5 weeks ago. And I have all the VODs on YouTube in my streaming history. The host player character is currently spawned. Before the main menu changes the scene to the game level. This means the host player is being added as a child of main menu, not your game level. Modify host game and add a helper. Why? I don't think. Try spawn initial host player. What am I doing now in main game? I don't spawn anything. I just spawn goblins. And there isn't a player here at all. So we only spawn the main player. Yeah, I'm trying to debug the multiplayer. The player peer ID is set by the network manager, spawn player character, ID from name string. Peer owner ID. Ah. Okay. Right, so that's how they get authority. Guess we can do something like check for authority, check and set authority. What's wrong? Unexpected identifier. Yeah, of course, it needs to be func. Yeah, it was buggy. That's part of the journey. It starts out as buggy, and then hopefully we can squash the bugs until it works. Why is it complaining now? Cannot find member to string in base string name. It's kinda annoying. I don't wanna... I just wanna ask, can I ask a question about just this part? Oh, okay. I guess I can Google this actually. Godot to string. Let me just check something. String, okay. So I can just do string name. But it seems to already be a string. So do I really need to do that? Okay, seems like... Yeah, you think it looks great? Thank you. Okay, this might help, but this other bug that we just introduced just crashes the game, unfortunately. So I still have multiplayer authority for my own player. That's good. Join game. And it crashes. I just wanna... What did I have here before? Something that doesn't exist. I'm just gonna try that, see if I can control both of them. Whoa, what happened? Ah, they get shot up into the air because they spawn at the same position, I think. Yeah, a bit RuneScape inspired, I would say. That's a good way to look at it. Okay, I still control both. Because I'm probably not checking for the authority. Wait, where does the peer owner ID come from? Ah, yeah. Okay. I'm not even running that function, by the way, that I just created. So when it enters the tree, the server will set the multiplayer authority. Got it. We can do that down here. Func enter tree. Check and set authority. Still controlling both. And this is attached to player body, right? Yeah. What's up, Ezra in the Twitch chat? Yeah, man, doing good, doing good. How are you? And thank you, Sam, in the YouTube chat. Thank you. Trying to debug this multiplayer and stuff so I can get that to work. This is the most important check. Okay, I didn't get this far. Awesome, Ezra. I don't know how to pronounce that nickname, but I hope I didn't slay it too bad. If not, is multiplayer authority return? This is the key. And this is on the base character. Need to do an override here on the physics process for the player. Actually, because this is not relevant for the goblins. Func physics process. And then we run the physics process from the base character, super dot physics process, if we are the multiplayer authority. No, maybe, wait. My input logic actually is on the player. Spawn click marker. Here, input. There. Have you ever heard Christianos Suira? No, what's that? Ah, look. Now we are only controlling one of them. That's great progress. Actually, great progress. Okay. Now we just need to make it work on this client also. If I knew anything before I started coding for the first time, no. Nothing. I am self-taught, so I didn't learn any coding in school. I only learned it on the internet, like you are doing now, Sam. Like doing courses or yeah, Code Academy. There was some code camp, just building projects and stuff. And then eventually now it's part of my job to do coding. State synchronization. I think I actually need to tell it that when I change this, okay, changing the player authority stuff in number 4 helped. Now the main client only controls its own player. However, when I fixed the link part in the network manager to be my game scene path, I get this error all of a sudden when the new client tries to spawn a new player. Should probably have this as a common constant if they're used, both of them. Attempt to call function. Attempt to call function. Add child on in base instance. On base. I wish I could copy that error. Null instance. on a null instance on this line. What's your favorite game? My favorite game of all time is World of Warcraft. That's the game I played the most. I also liked Valheim. I don't play it so much though, but like I like the idea of a game like Valheim. It's like open world survival game with like a Viking theme. Let's check while we wait what else he said. Your current spawn player character RPC is good because it's call local on any peer, meaning when the server calls it for a peer ID, that specific player instance will be created on all currently connected clients, including the server itself. Tell everyone, including the new peer, to spawn the new peer's character. Spawn player character on peer connected. Wait. Not doing that at the moment. So who calls spawn player character now? Host game. What? Wait, there must be another one, right? On peer connected. Oh, this was disconnected. This is connected. New peer ID. I like that better. Can I see output? No. Ah, your favorite game is RimWorld. That's why you started watching me. Yeah. I think I remember you from RimWorld actually. I've seen your name then. Yeah, RimWorld is a good game. That's a good game. I think I spent like 80 hours or something playing RimWorld. Do you still play it? Need a lot of patience to play that game. Like it's not a like fast kicks or fast dopamine, but it's like slow pace, pretty cozy, and the story, it's great. I was actually a bit inspired to create a game like that. I might explore that at some point. Some kind of I mean, it's very complex, but like maybe a simplified version, something like that. Tell the new peer about all existing players, including the host. Let's see what it says about this issue. Common one in multiplayer games when dealing with scene transitions and RPCs. It means that the game scene root is null at the exact moment spawn player character is trying to use it. Get tree current scene. Client connects. This function immediately calls change scene to file game scene path. And loading your main game scene. This process is not instantaneous. Okay, that's why. That's why there's a race condition. Simultaneously, the server is notified that this new client has connected. Server sends RPC. The server immediately starts sending RPC to everyone, including the new client. Yeah, it's a very, very hard game. I also died. It's very sad. My main game went sideways after a while. It became very, very hard. All of the like sicknesses and events and people dying from weird stuff, and then you get attacked with bad timing, like when half of your team is like laying in hospital beds, and it's just it's bad. The server immediately starts sending RPCs. Okay, this is why actually, if these RPCs arrive and try to execute on the new client while its scene transition is still in progress, it might temporarily be null. So it's the game scene route that is the problem. We don't have a current scene. How to fix this using call defer and checks? The most straightforward way to handle this is to make your spawn player character function more robust by checking if the scene is valid and ready. If not, defer it to the next idle frame. Okay. Call deferred. Try again next frame. Space characters, damn it. Okay, remove that because we did that at the top. All right, rest should be the same. Check if the current scene is actually the game scene, not the main menu, etc. True. I need a better workflow for copy pasting from this chat because it adds spaces and I need to make them into tabs for Godot to be happy. Yeah, sorry to hear that. That's okay, man. You play other colony survival games too? Cool. So, which ones? I don't know that many others. Dwarf Fortress is the other one I know about, and I have it, but that requires even more patience. If we pass the checks, it should be safe to add the child. All right, let's try again. I'm actually hopeful this could work. So I'm making the screens big now. All right, let's see. Wait. Deferring spawn. Okay, that didn't even work for the main player now. Game scene route is null. There's one called Colony Survival and another one called Banished. Okay, interesting. Never tried them. Are they good? So just getting, so adding these checks just spams my log with even for the host. The first one is actually interesting. So current scene, res main scene. Wait, why is it main scene .tsn? What is that? Which scene is that? Main scene. That doesn't even exist. I've seen someone play Project Zomboid. Yeah, looks pretty interesting. Should try it. Very insightful error messages, and they point to a couple of distinct but related issues. In your network manager, your game scene path constant is correctly set to main game. When spawn player character calls it, get tree current scene file path is returning main scene. Yeah. Your project's main scene, the one that runs when you press F5 or start the game, is probably main scene. When your host starts, main menu changes the scene to main game. Try spawn initial host player. If you try spawn initial host player, execute call defer leads to spawn player character running before the scene tree has fully settled. Error network manager spawn player character. Why? Why do you think I should take a break? Nah, man, I think it's good. I like this. This can only occur briefly during change scene to file transition. I mean, does it just get stuck, like call deferred? What happens there? You deserve it. Thank you. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. Thank you, man. We all deserve a break sometimes. Okay, so what happens? Host game. Okay, what did they say? More robust strategy. We don't need a player container. That's not the problem. Ah, you have your school holidays now. That's awesome. How are you spending your time? Okay, so tell me what you made. What are the changes? The host no longer tries to spawn its player via try spawn initial host player. Main menu changes to the game scene. The game scene ready function, which executes when it's loaded and ready. Ah. Host game scene is ready for player spawn. I mean, this starts to become like AI code now, which I don't like. It's very, very meandering. Ah. Planning to go to Mumbai. Nice. Have you been there before? I think I need to fix this myself. When is the network manager called? Yeah, it's auto-loading, by the way. And here it does get tree, change scene to file. Yeah. So what happens in the tree? Do I see that if I go to remote? So we have a network manager and a root. When I press host game, what happens? We only have the network manager. So it doesn't does not create the new one anymore. Main menu. Yeah, that's cool, man. Hope your dog is all right. And what happened before I added all of these checks? Let's remove the print error for now. Maybe that's slowing it down. Post game. Remote. Nothing happens. So it's like they are not allowed to pass here. Okay, what if I comment all of this out? What? Wait a minute. How does this work? Where is the... Where did that scene go? Is it just like hanging? It's not added to the scene tree. Is that the problem? I think it is. Change scene to file. Changes the running scene to the one at the given path after loading it into a packed scene and creating a new instance. Order of operations. Changes the running scene to a new instance of the given packed scene. Operations happen in the following order. The current scene node is immediately removed from the tree. From that point, node.getTree called on the current outgoing scene will return null. Current scene will be null too. I think this is related to the problem. My birthday, it's on 21st of March. And when is yours? You told me it's soon. Call on the current outgoing scene will return null. Current scene will be null too because the new scene is not available yet. At the end of the frame, the formerly current scene already removed from the tree will be deleted and the new scene will be instantiated and added to the tree. Node.getTree and current scene will be back to working as usual. This ensures that both scenes aren't running at the same time. Okay, let's add some debugging print statements here. Network manager, we did game scene root. So get tree current scene. Let's do that. Print get tree current scene. And then we do that after this call. Print get tree dot current scene. And I think we can also print this because it gives some response like OK or error and so on. Remote. We press. Is there only one window now? What happened? Host game. The problem is that this doesn't exist. Get tree.current scene. It's an invalid API call. Uh, so what are we? How are we trying to use that? Game scene root. Get, and we do get what? Get current scene. Current scene. Get current scene. Okay, can we just do that? Or like get parent. No, we want to add it to the game. And then we add child. Game scene root. Yeah, this doesn't work. All right, let's do get current scene. I think I know now why it doesn't work. May 21st, nice. And thank you, yeah, I hope your day is going lovely as well. This is usually how I start my day. So I'm soon gonna go to work. Get tree is even a null value. What? Why? Okay, what are we trying to do here? What did I have before that didn't work? Why didn't that work? Okay, this might work. Host get current scene on a null value. It becomes null. Because something doesn't work here. Change scene to file. So what did we get? Root and then 0. So change scene to file was 0. Okay is 0. Okay, so that was good. That seems to have worked. Yeah. Good. So now it's working. And in Network Manager might need to... thank you for the support. I'm sure this is solvable, just need some patience. So first of all, this needs to be called get current scene. I think that's gonna make it work. I'm ending in like 10-15 minutes, something like that. Okay, still not working. Let's add the print errors again. I don't have a name for the game yet. So far it's just a prototype. I don't know if this is going to be a finished game at all. I'm just playing around now for fun. Game scene root is null. I think maybe you can't get tree from the network manager. So maybe the idea that Gemini had about spawning some kind of holder for players is actually a good idea. Player container. Players container. Where is players container? How does the network manager access the main the root scene? Like, how can it be accessed from a singleton? Keeps being null. What does get tree give? Ah. Maybe, yeah, it is in the tree, by the way. Maybe just this, get tree. Scene tree. So what do we have in that print game scene root? Output. We just have a scene tree. No, but it's not a timing issue. It keeps being null. Okay, Gemini is not cutting it today. What if we just add them as children of the network manager for now? Just to add child. Hello, Gaming Godzilla. Okay, something happened. But why? Host game. Goblin. Character body. Why did the player just shoot up in the air like that? Yeah, I'm working on a game. Why? All right, can we change his settings like transformation? Can we set it to 1? Okay, now he's almost... Oh, wait. There are 2 players here. Why? That's the problem. Why are there 2? I only see 1. And the others are the goblins. So where does this guy come from? What is that? Ah, that's the one that gets spawned now for the host. This is the host's player. Ah, I get it. Okay, that explains it. So this is actually progress. All right, see ya, man. See ya, Gaming Godzilla. Progress. So in the main scene, no, in the main game. I remove the player now. Local player remove. Create node player, and this should solve it. Now we should not be shot up into the air. Cool. Now when we join, this might actually work. Let's see. So it looks better. Do we get updates? No, we don't get any updates. But this is progress. Let's save this. Git status, git add, git commit. Player spawning a bit better, but no updates happening. Your vids are always so interesting. Thank you, man. Makes me happy to hear it. Glad you like it. Okay, so now we can start thinking about sending... You have to go soon. Okay, that's cool. I also have to go soon. Okay, now it works. The players get spawned under the network manager node for now. However, I didn't implement any updates to be sent, and wait, do I have 2 remotes? I actually want to debug a little bit for myself here. So if I do host game, move this guy, and then join. Do I have two remotes? So this is the remote now. How do I... And this guy believes it's player one. Really? No, it didn't. Or did it? I'm very confused now. Hmm. In Godot, when I have two clients open like I do now, how can I see the remote scene tree for both during the game? Three minutes, all right. Debug run multiple, yes. Open the debugger panel. All right. So there's a debug panel. Allow game input. Okay. Now it looks more decent. All right, man. See you, Sam. Have a good rest of your day. Run two separate Godot editor instances. I mean, I kind of like that idea. Wait, switching. Debugger panel. Let's follow these instructions to the end. At the bottom of the editor, you should see a debugger panel. Okay. Ah, is this where I pick session? So if I do remote, and I press host game here. So now I'm probably looking at the wrong one. So if I do session 2, okay, this is how. Okay, great. And then I do, this is going to be good to see what actually changes in the different sessions. Join game. So in the host session, session 1, I see the new player now. In session 2, I don't. It believes it's player 1. For some reason. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to go in like 1 minute though. 1. So okay, that helped. The joining instance believes it is player 1. And doesn't seem like gets any info about the other player. That's the network manager. And then in the player.gd, and the main menu. Okay, this is laggy now. Main menu. Last query. Last query for the day, or for this session. Does the other player have the ability to like move around or move its camera? Okay, it can, but it doesn't know the other player is there. See, man. Right. Join. No, it doesn't see the other player at all. It can't move either. Because it doesn't have the multiplayer authority, because it believes it's number 1. Autoload singleton, it's not part of your visible game scene's main hierarchy where rendering and gameplay typically occur. Re-implement spawning into the game scene using a player container. Spawn player character RPC. Okay, so I need to like start sending signals between the nodes now. That's on the to-do. navigation agent settings are shared. I don't think they are yet. No. So just reading the to-do. Send updates of player spawning between clients. Need to fix the RPC calls, etc. Check. Gemini. And where are we now? In bye man. In Git. Update status in to do. Cool, all right. That's it for this stream. Thank you for tuning in and see you soon. I probably, yeah, we'll see when the next one is. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and see you next one. Bye-bye.